episode 4, and today we're going to be focusing on exploration. So we're just going to go on a planet or a space station and just focus on exploration basically. You skip the whole intro sequence just by pressing escape on the keyboard. Takes you straight to the menu. In the menu, you have a start date and a timestamp, and the story of the game, sort of the timeline, takes place half a millennium from now. So there was an experiment that took place around our time, um, with the warp vessel and a robotic AI piloting it, and this date will always reflect that. So you can display it here in the game. We're gonna play it with the parentals on. So this is gonna disable all the ragdolls and combat in the game. So no bad stuff, basically. No mature content. No death. So this is in the game engine, which is Unity. It's not being played from the build. It loads faster in the build because this is running Unity and then the game through Unity. So, and then even here, playing it in the engine, it still loads faster after the first or second play because it's caching the shader. Okay, let's go to Mercury. Yeah, it's a good planet to visit today. So NASA doesn't have terrain for every single planet. So we've sent probes on Mercury, but they don't have this terrain. So this terrain is my own sculpt. So I've sculpted this, and it's an actual location on Mercury. It hasn't been named yet. So my own personal sculpts of the actual locations are based off of real locations that haven't been named yet. Alright. Something happened there. I'm not going to read the data pads because that's a part of the actual game that you get to experience. So I'm going to minimize the spoilers, if any. So you can always just approach the cockpit of your ship to exit, to leave the planet, or just press escape. You'll notice on the top there, right under where it displays your location, right above the compass, the true north compass for the planet, it says escape for orbit. So you can press escape anywhere you are on the planet, and it takes you to the orbit of that, where you are in your ship. So this is a real map of a heavily craterized area on Mercury, some distance from the famous Apollodorus crater and the Pantheon Fossae, which is a region with a lot of craters and massive craters. So the crater that you're in Mercury has a name, so I gave it a name. And if you can look at the map and the picture, the map at every location tells you where you are, and if it's not supported by real NASA terrain models, then it won't have a QR code. So the scale of my own sculpts for craterization and even just the terrain, so you can look at the rest of it. And there's almost no occlusion for baked occlusion for any of the objects, so that way you have a far horizon, because these worlds don't have atmosphere, so you can't fog up the horizon to hide that you can't go too far or travel too far, that the world is smaller than it is, sorry, bigger than it is. So it's not about that, it's just showing the size of what it is and any limitations. So we'll take a look.